Learning objectives. After completing this module, learners will be able to differentiate between Indian education system and British education system, recall the report of William Adam, highlight the drawbacks of Indian education, outline the advantages of promoting education in India, discuss the impact of Western education on Indians, explain the agenda for the national education, discuss the ideologies of Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore. How the British saw education. The tradition of Orientalism. In 1783, a linguist named William Jones was appointed as a junior judge at the Supreme Court set up by the company. William Jones started studying ancient Indian texts on law, philosophy, religion, politics, morality, arithmetic, medicine, and other sciences. Englishmen like Henry Thomas, Colebrook, and Nathaniel Halhed were busy discovering the ancient Indian heritage, mastering Indian languages and translating Sanskrit and Persian works into English. Asiatic Researches, a journal, was started in the Asiatic Society of Bengal, set up by Jones and Englishmen. The British thinkers promote Indian literature and heritage. British thinkers believed that their findings would help British in learning from Indian culture. It would help the Indians to rediscover their own heritage and the glories of the past. In order to promote the study of ancient Indian texts and teaching Sanskrit and Persian literature, many institutions were set up by British. In 1781, a madrasa was set up in Calcutta to promote the study of Arabic, Persian, and Islamic law. In 1791, the Hindu College was established in Banaras to encourage the study of ancient Sanskrit texts that would be useful for the administration of the country. The British believed that for winning the hearts of the natives, it is important to teach the Hindus and Muslims of India what they are already familiar with. Errors of the East. In early 19th century, the Orientalist version of learning was criticized by many British officials. According to James Mill, the aim of education should be useful and practical. So, Indians should be taught the scientific and technical advances that have been made in the West, rather than teaching the poetry and sacred literature of the Orient. Thomas Babington Macaulay, another criticizer of Orientalists, saw India as an uncivilized country that needed to be civilized. Macaulay emphasized the need to teach the English language. Because of Macaulay's efforts, the English Education Act of 1835 was introduced. A decision was taken to make English the medium of instruction for higher education and to put an end to the promotion of Oriental institutions. Education for commerce. In 1854, Wood's Dispatch, an educational dispatch, was sent to India by the Court of Directors of the East India Company in England, outlining the educational policy that was to be followed in India. It emphasized on the drawbacks of Oriental learning and highlighted the practical advantages of the system of European learning. Wood's dispatch argued that European learning will lead to improvement in the moral character of Indians and make them truthful and honest. What happened to local schools? In the 1830s, the district of Bengal and Bihar was toured by a Scottish missionary named William Adam. William Adam was made in charge by the company to give report on the progress of education in vernacular schools. Adam found that the system of education was flexible and local schools were known as pathshalas. There were no blackboards, no system of separate classes, no roll call registers, no fixed fee, no printed books, no separate school building, no benches or chairs, no annual examinations, and no regular timetable. Teaching process was oral, and the Guru decided what to teach according to the needs of the students. Pathshalas which showed unwillingness to accept the new rules received no government support. New routines, new rules. After 1854, the company decided to improve the system of vernacular education by introducing order within the system, imposing routines, establishing rules, ensuring regular inspections. Company appointed a number of government pundits, each in charge of looking after 4 to 5 schools. Teaching was based on textbooks, and learning was to be tested through a system of annual examination. The pathshalas which accepted these new rules were supported by government grants. The agenda for a national education. Some Indians that were impressed with the development in Europe felt that Western education would help India in modernization. Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore reacted against Western education. English education has enslaved us. Mahatma Gandhi urged that colonial education created a sense of inferiority complex in the minds of Indians. Indians educated in the British institutions started liking the Western culture. Mahatma Gandhi wanted an education that could help Indians to recover their sense of dignity and self-respect. According to Mahatma Gandhi, Indian languages should be the medium of teaching and development of mind. Mahatma Gandhi highlighted the drawbacks of Western education. The Western education only focused on reading and writing rather than oral and practical knowledge that comes through experience. Tagore's Abode of Peace. In 1901, Rabindranath Tagore started an institution called Shantiniketan. According to Tagore, creative learning should be encouraged only within a natural environment, and hence he had set up his school 100 kilometers away from Calcutta, in a rural setting. In order to combine Western and Indian education, he emphasized the need to teach science and technology at Shantiniketan, along with art, music, and dance. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. British rule affected Rajas and Nawabs, peasants and tribal. In 1783, William Jones, a linguist, was appointed as a junior judge at the Supreme Court that the company had set up. In 1781, a madrasa was set up in Calcutta. In 1791, the Hindu College was established in Banaras to encourage the study of ancient Sanskrit texts that would be useful for the administration of the country. Macaulay emphasized the need to teach the English language. Following Macaulay's Minute, the English Education Act of 1835 was introduced. In 1854, Wood's Dispatch, an educational dispatch, was sent to India, outlining the educational policy that was to be followed in India. It emphasized on the practical benefits of the system of European learning.